Welcome to our channel ClassFly Community. So today we will be dealing with the topic concept of winding factor. So see, there will be two winding factor which we were discussing with. One of them is pitch factor, or you can say coil span factor. Another is the distribution factor. So first of all we will know what is this winding factor or winding factor means. So if you say that winding factor is defined as the ratio of EMF generated in short pitch distributed coil to the EMF generated in the concentrated coil. So basically we need to know two things, that means EMF generated in short pitch distributed coil and the EMF generated in concentrated coil. Then we can perfectly find the winding factor, and we denote this winding factor by Kw. Okay, so the EMF induced in coil having n turns is given as, that means EMF for n turns coil will be 1.414 means root 2 by Kp. Kp is your pitch factor and Kd is your distribution factor. F means your frequency, N is your speed, and N is your number of turns, right? And phi is your flux. Okay. So it is also stated that where Kp and Kd are pitch and distribution factor respectively. Okay, this N is your turns. Okay, and the EMF generated in concentrated coil, whenever it will be concentrated coil, the difference will be what? This Kp and Kd will get removed, and the leftover thing will be your EMF. That means there will be no pitch factor or distribution factor. So, thus from the definition of the winding factor, we can state, so if we divide this EMF1, that is your short pitch distributed coil, by this concentrated coil, so everything will be get cut off except this KP-KT, right? So, we can simply say that the definition of the winding factor can be Kw is equal to KP-KT. So, it can also be defined as the product of pitch factor and the distribution factor. And for nth harmonics, just you will add that Kwn equal to Kpn and Kdn into Kdn. That means winding factor for nth harmonics, pitch factor for the nth harmonics, and distribution factor for the nth harmonics. So these are all the concept of the winding factor. So let's move on to the type, and the first winding factor type is your distribution factor. So your distribution factor is denoted by this Kd, okay, and the ratio of the actual voltage obtained to the possible voltage. So it is also stated as that the actual voltage by the possible voltage obtained. If all the coils of a polar group were connected in a single slot, that means these are all the coils and all of them are connected in a single coil, then the distribution factor can be stated as the phasor sum of the coil voltages by the arithmetic sum. The phasor sum by the arithmetic sum. Okay. So it can also be stated that it is the ratio of the distributed winding. That means it will be the distributed winding by the concentrated winding. So we can also say Kd is the EMF with distributed winding by the EMF with concentrated winding. So I hope you understood till this. You just need to remember the two equations, or you can say the two ratios. One is your phasor sum of the coil voltages and by the arithmetic sum. Another is the EMF with distributed winding by the EMF with concentrated winding. And the only thing you need to know that the final expression which you will get for this distribution factor will be sine m beta by 2 and m sine beta by 2. And here this beta is the slot pitch. Okay, so see, this beta will be your slot pitch and m is the number of slot per phase per pole. So m will be the number of slot per phase per pole. So So distribution factor is quite simple. It will be the EMF with distributed winding by concentrated winding. Okay. So let's move on to the next type. So next type is a pitch, or you can say coil span factor. So it is denoted by Kp or Kc. In a full pitch winding, the coil span or coil pitch is always equal to the pole pitch, which is equal to 180 degree. That means, see, this is a coil, okay. So from here to here will be 180 degree. That means the whole black line is a full pitch winding. But whenever it will be less than 180 degree, that means this dotted line, then at that point of time it will be your short pitch winding. So it is stated that when the coil span is less than 180 electrical degrees, the winding is called short pitch or fractional pitch or corded winding. Okay. So the pitch factor can simply be defined as EMF induced in this short pitch winding by the EMF induced in this full pitch winding. Okay, so I have also written that pitch factor can also be defined as the ratio of EMF induced in short pitch winding by the EMF induced in full pitch coil. That means
Now
you will
is the
first
code
define both
time.
that
Mistakes are a
what is
fact of
full
life.
pitch
It is
and
the
what is short
response to
pitch,
error
and then you
that
will
counts.
say that pitch
I
factor
hope
is the
all of you
ratio of
understood the
the
lecture
short
of
pitch
today.
coil EMF
And
and the
thank you
EMF of the full
for
pitch coil. And the
watching.
final expression for this pitch factor will be cos theta by 2. And this theta will be your integral multiple of the slot angle beta. You can see this beta. So that will be the thing. So for the distribution, the expression was Kd equal to sine m beta by 2 by m sine beta by 2, where d is your slot pitch and m is the number of slot per piece per pole. Whereas for this pitch one, it is cos theta by 2, where theta is an integral multiple of the slot angle beta. So I hope you understood the today's lecture. Till then, be happy and have a great day.
Now is the code time to try to be better from your previous version. I hope all of you understood the lecture of today, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at ClassFly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.